The best types of Cockapoo haircuts. Cockapoos have quickly become one of the most prized designer dogs out there because of their coats alone. These crossbreeds have some of the easiest fur to style and to mess around with, letting your dog be more customizable and unique than ever before. Whether you have a Cockapoo so that you can show them off and celebrate their unique hair, or you just want to keep your Cockapoo from getting matted or damaged hair, it's going to be important that you learn a little about the Cockapoo haircuts out there. Which is why today we are going to be highlighting our favorites and letting you know which one is best for what you may be looking for. Make sure and stick around until the end so that you don't potentially miss your dog's next hairstyle. The puppy cut. The puppy cut is a very popular hairstyle amongst Doodles, and one that the Cockapoo looks adorable in. The puppy cut is simple, known to almost every groomer, and pretty easy for you to maintain. The best thing about the puppy cut when it comes to the Cockapoo is that it looks a lot different than it would on, say, a Goldendoodle or Labradoodle. Because of that, you are getting a low-maintenance, iconic look, but without it seeming like you are just following a trend. If you are missing those days where your dog was a puppy, this is also a great way to turn the clocks back, as your Cockapoo is going to look so much more youthful. The teddy bear cut. Next, we have another iconic Doodle cut, the teddy bear. This look was coined because of how much it made Goldendoodles look like stuffed animals, and it has become massively popular in the years since. This is a great look for owners that feel like their Cockapoo has a whole lot of hair on the top of their head, and it effectively works it into the cut itself. The body hair is left a little longer here at roughly 2 inches, but that's also good in a way. A lot of these dog haircuts can rob the animal of their soft and comfortable coat, which makes them much less fun to pet. By sticking to a longer length haircut, you are committing to more brushing and overall grooming, but you aren't getting rid of the same coat which made you fall for the dog in the first place. The teddy bear gives you the best of both worlds here. The Cocker Spaniel cut. A fun thing you can do with Cockapoos is to borrow styles from the Cocker Spaniel side instead of just the poodle cuts. The Cocker Spaniel look is great if your dog inherited more of the Cocker Spaniel traits, especially in hair or facial appearance, and it's easier to manage too. This cut is high maintenance though, we should say, and requires quite a bit of time and effort on your part to pull off. This is because this cut requires cutting around the eyes and face, and isn't nearly as straightforward as something like the teddy bear or puppy cut. Most groomers should be familiar with this cut, but in the case that they aren't, we left some overall guidelines that you should follow. Typically, only the facial hair is cut really short. The ears, body, and leg hair is left longer, around 2+ inches. This only really works if your Cockapoo inherited Cocker Spaniel genetics, as this haircut is high maintenance for non-shedding and curly hair. The lamb cut. The lamb cut is another hairstyle that's popular amongst many different breeds of dogs, and is best for dogs that have a texture similar to a poodle. This haircut is going to try and make your dog look as put together as possible, without you having to spend all day on maintaining this look. As a result, it has become popular amongst multiple demographics, and has a bit of elegance to it that some owners absolutely love. This should be considered a medium to long hairstyle too, and so it's going to require some touch-ups from the groomer or by you every once in a while. The big issue in pulling this look off is blending the different lengths of hair so that they don't look out of place, which is why this is not the easiest of hairstyles to get from a groomer. Most can do it, but it does require a bit of skill to properly pull off. The summer cut. When you give a bigger and fluffier dog like a Bernedoodle a summer cut, the result is a pretty toned and trimmed down dog. When you do it with a Cockapoo, however, you almost get a shaved dog by the end of it, which is similar to a kennel cut. The best thing about the summer cut is that it will keep your dog cool in the warmer months, and will keep your grooming budget from ballooning. This cut is low maintenance, and you can wait some time before you return to the groomer's place for another trim. This cut makes your job as an owner and caretaker much easier too, as things like brushing and bathing suddenly become incredibly easy. This is a good cut if you know you're going to be busy and just can't spare the amount of time and energy that it takes to keep going back to the groomer, or if you just want a haircut that you think you can maintain at home. Grooming at home. Not everyone chooses to groom their dog at a professional groomer's, and you can easily do the job at home if you are prepared to put in the time it takes to learning what needs to be done. Grooming is a lot more than cutting hair, and you're also going to have to do things like trim nails, bathe them, and get rid of any mats or tangles that may have developed over time. Ultimately, the task isn't a lot to groom your dog at home, and a lot of people prefer to save their dog the stress of leaving them somewhere and just doing it at home where they can be comfortable. It's up to you though, and you should make sure that you are well prepared before you do the task on your own. When it comes to Cockapoo haircuts, there isn't really an option that you can go wrong on, and the choice just comes down to what you're willing to do and what you are willing to put up with. There are options for people that want a show dog as well as for people that couldn't care less about the style of their Cockapoo. Thankfully for us, there are plenty of options for every kind of person to choose from when it comes to their Cockapoo. If you enjoyed this video and learned anything from it, please consider leaving a like, as it helps us out a ton on this channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this from the channel. That's all for today's video. We'll see you guys again next time.